Xin chào, what's up everybody? We're on Quinway, on the Chronicles of Winway. I had not a lot of time today, but I wanted to do like a companion video to the cautionary tale video of a good story of how you can properly get married here, have children, and then have a good life where you're not like regretting it. She's taking all your stuff and things like this. So of course we have Patreon with a lot of extra content on there if you want to sign up. That's also the way to get at me if you want to do a tour. The tours have been super successful so far. Everybody's been loving them. So if you want to holler at me and get on a tour and see additional content, sign up for the Patreon. So yeah, we're going to talk about, I've known a guy here for years, since I moved here, that's been married for about 10 years here. He's lived here for 10 years. He has 3 children with his Vietnamese wife. She's not from Saigon. I think she's from Hue. Hue? Yeah, Hue. Pretty sure she's from Hue. I can't remember. I think that's where he goes for all the holidays. But you know, the first things first, as we talked about in like the negative videos, is don't make it a transactional relationship. You know, he wasn't buying her any, you know, iPhones when they first met. He wasn't buying her any motorbikes and stuff like this. You know, they naturally went through the course of things, kind of like me and my wife. They dated. This is going to be the Ao Dai Festival out here, so this will be where the I'll be filming that. The Ao Dai Festival will be happening, so we'll see lots of ladies and Ao Dais. Should make for some really good content. So yeah, he dated through a natural progression, you know. I think they dated for around 2 years before they got married. So they dated, they lived together for a little bit. You know, if a chick starts telling you as well that like, I want to get a vodka soda, so we're gonna go do that. If a chick tells you she can't live with you until you're married, I don't know, that's kind of bullshit. That's cap. A long time ago that was like that, but if she's really saying that, that's really not that true. Oh, sugar daddy, this sugar baby, good for him. If you saw it on the camera, let me know. So, you know, they just naturally dated, and he's actually got a successful business here, a few successful businesses. I'm not going to get into detail of what they are, but he's got a few successful businesses to where he makes pretty good money per month, and he built it all up here. You know, one of his places is a pretty famous restaurant here. So he's done very well for himself as far as being here. And they're in a very good relationship. You know, all couples fight every once in a while, but they're not fighting like all the time. They're not at each other's throats. You know, it's not like that with them. But, you know, they have, like I said, 3 kids now. I think the oldest is 7 or 8, and I think 5 and 4. So, and he's really happy. Like, I hang out with this dude all the time. Like, he's a super nice guy. He's busy. Actually, I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him in like about a year, because we're both just super busy. But we still chat, like we talk all the time on Zalo. So like, he's had a successful go at it. And then my other friend has also had a successful go at it. He's been here 6 years, and he's been married to his wife for 5 years, and he has a little boy with her. I think the kid's like 3 or 4, and they're super happy as well. Like, they have a great relationship. And, you know, he was doing the same thing. He wasn't, you know, transactionally buying her stuff out of the gate. And he got to date her, he got to know her, and they got to make like a real, actual loving relationship. So this is the steps you would need to follow too in order to be like pretty successful at getting a good wife here. As far as the first guy I was talking about, they do own land. They bought it together as a married couple. And, you know, I've been with them a bunch of times, well, with him a bunch of times. He has no worries of like rug pull. They've got an amicable relationship. They've got 3 children together. Those are situations where it's safe to do a purchase like that, you know? I would even go to as far to say as like a condo would be okay to buy too. Although I am not keen on the 50-year lease on shit, so like, that's why I would never really buy anything. We got pretty fast through the speaker. Let's turn cheeks hanging out here. Cheeks. Oh wow, she looks like a working girl to me, or a sugar baby. Sugar babies have a very, very distinct look, and the sugar baby look is very much so that. So if you kind of want to know what it looks like, this is how you can kind of spot it. Like, she might not be, I could be stereotyping, but from what I've experienced here, they all have a very set look, very short skirts, halter tops, boobs out, tattoos all over. They just have this like look, and once you've lived here long enough, you can really, really spot it out. Like, this is a good Vietnamese girl over here, like the one in black in the shorts. So like, there's easy ways to figure this stuff out. So like, you know, both of these dudes are happily married in a good relationship. I'm 4 years strong with Win. We're good, I'm happy. We don't buy any land, we haven't done anything like that. We've talked about it, but I'm not too comfortable with it. Like, plus we don't have the money to buy it anyways, even if we really wanted to. So that's pretty much like out of the question in the playbook right now. But I would consider buying land, maybe in an area where we know that there would be some kind of property built at some future point. So like, for example, where like a Vin Homes would want to buy some land to put in some kind of development, that would be something I would very much consider that at that point, you know. If it's an area where you know that land's going to eventually get used in a quick amount of time, I don't think the land grabs are that bad of a purchase. I'm going to grab something to drink, I'll be right back. Land. So, like I was saying, in those situations, it's going to be okay to buy land. You know, if you're with a trusted partner and you're not creating some kind of money relationship, and you're not lost in some like 9 out of 10 and doing whatever it takes to keep that, there's balance to all these things. And this is like, boys, this is life lessons to anywhere in the world, not just Vietnam. This is like dating women in general. If a chick's asking you for shit out of the gate, you're in a transactional relationship, my guy. But just recognize those signs and take things slow. You don't have to be in a hurry. Like, the only reason I got married to Winnie so early is because we were together every day for like, I don't even know, almost 2 years. Like, we got married because we were literally never apart. We're still not. Like, the only time I'm apart from Winnie is when I'm in another country. Like, that's it. Like, we're together all the time. I see her every day. And she lived with me from like day one. Like, and her parents never really complained about it. Like, they were cool with it, you know. They had no qualms with her living with me, because we're not in the 80s anymore. We're like, the parents will be like, you've got to ask and you've got to get married for her to live with you. Like, if a girl's coming with you at that now in this current climate, I wouldn't trust it that much. That's already kind of a red flag. Maybe if she's from a super like nowhere, sticks in the woods, never lived in a major city, and she's following like really old school, all these speakers. They're everywhere. Maybe then, but I know way more successful marriages here than I do know shit marriages. And every time the message is the same. When it's a shit marriage, it's always the same shit. It's a dude that's a 6 trying to marry a 10, and he's not recognizing any of the red flags, and he's not putting it in his head. He's thinking he's hot when he's not, and he's thinking this chick likes him. I'm telling you right now, boys, if you're a 6 or a 7 and you got a 10 and you think she loves you just for you and you're buying her shit, you are totally wrong. You can fool yourself all you want and think that you're some Don Juan or some great lover in the bed or have a great personality. At the end of the day, it still boils down to like an actual attraction of some sort. So I mean, just watch your P's and Q's, do things right, don't be in a hurry. You will never hear me recommend to get married to a woman within a year, within 2, or maybe even within 3, unless you're with her every single day. Like a lot of the guys here that end up in these bad marriages, they don't come and live here full time too. They've got like some kind of business in America, and they need to always go back to that business. That seems to be the number one thing that I see a lot with that. because you don't really know what your chick's like. If you're not with her year round, man, how are you gonna know how she is? If you're only coming here 6 months out of the year, and she's alone here 6 months out of the rest of the year, and she's super hot. Come on, put some effort into thinking about that, you know? I can only tell you so much, but I just wanted to give like the other side to this shit, that there are super positive, super good relationships and super good marriages with expats, with Vietnamese women. So just know that if you do shit right, there's no following any kind of plan to do shit right. You know, I have my way of doing shit, but I'm just telling you, take it slow, get to know the girl, make sure you meet her family, make sure you like her family. If you don't like her family, don't marry her. Because guess what? You're gonna see her family all the time. So if you're not having a fun time when you hang out with her family, that's gonna be trouble. Because you're gonna be spending a huge majority of your time with that family per year. So you need to really have a good experience with that. Let me know in the comments section if any of you guys have anything to add to it. It'd be cool to hear. If you're married, oh, she took a hard tumble. She went down pretty hard, right on her ass. She tried to do a front flip kick. Ouch. So let me know what your experience is in the comment section. Would you ever get married? Like, comment, and subscribe, of course. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one. Peace out.